Check out some of these signals, guys. Got to be honest, one of the stations from New Zealand, he's been really strong, and we're probably on the back of his beam. A station called Woodsman in New Zealand. He's been working everything and anything out of the US. That is one. Here we go. How much power is this guy running? I tell you what, there's some crazy signals coming through. I was actually just talking to my mate Pete, Postman 06, who's in Hawaii at the moment, and it obviously prompted me to come and have a listen. And the best I can do with 4 watts of power at the moment is talk to Pete on the phone. No point trying to transmit on this, but I tell you what, look at these signals. I mean, I know it just sounds like noise, but it's just so many stations calling. Let's just go back to the Super Bowl. Hang on, I'm squelched there. All right. Super Bowl's actually a little quieter. So all the activity right now is setting up on channel 11. Let's just have a little bounce around. All right, let's go. Just the AM channels for now. He's Japanese. Domo arigatou gozaimashita. Yes. Matawaimashou gokinaka desu ka? Japanese is a bit rusty. So, not much until you get to channel 11. And then you get this New Zealand guy. I mean, I've heard a few other New Zealanders. But this particular guy, man, he stands out. Just going through a few channels here. Yeah, pretty pointless, isn't it? I think all the activity at the moment. Oh, jeez. Love this radio. I mean, I know I don't do a lot of CB and that, but I do love this radio. See what I mean? He stands out. You're not hearing any other New Zealander, and we're just on a vertical at the moment. There's motor malls in there. Bayou, I'm trying to remember the other call sign. Bayou, he was strong from Louisiana. So here's these guys. This is crazy. Sunday afternoon here in Australia, about 3 o'clock, after 3. Look at that. Yeah, have a look at me with my 4 watts. There's my push-to-talk mic. You watch this. You watch them all come back to me. 229 Australia with 4 watts. Testing. Actually, that SWR looked a bit high there. I must check the calibrate on that. Doesn't look right. Actually, I'll just go up a channel. I'm a little bit interested in that now. Make sure no one's there. Let's set SWR. Does that lock bar work? Oh, really? Hang on. Sorry, I'm going to have to bring the mic over here and sort of just do this. Calibrate on the sync. Here it is. What does this meter show? Oh, sorry. We were on the RF output, of course. Oh, so what is this SWR? Let's have a look. Let's see this meter here. Close enough. And reverse. Oh no, SWR's good. Okay, I thought that vertical was set up. I didn't think we had that vertical on 10 meters. Yeah, sorry, what I was looking at before was the RF outputs, just saying about 4 watts, under 4 watts there. Yeah, not huge output. Let's just all agree. Well, See, there you go. There's Bayou Boy calling Woodsman. Oh man, this Woodsman. I don't know what he's running, but nothing comes close to him in New Zealand at the moment. I've heard a few other New Zealand stations under the mess. And then this Woodsman chappie, he is super, super strong. And my guess is he's beaming US, so we're coming off the back of his beam, so we're not seeing the best of him. Anybody who knows... here we go. So he's even competing with the US stations quite well there. Yeah, anybody knows what Woodsman runs? Look, I'm not even going to try and guess, but I'd say, you know, something very directional and maybe a few watts. But the big indicator is these guys in the US. Look at this. He's 10 over 9. North Island of New Zealand, this Woodsman chap. I thought I heard Pete in there, Jet. I absolutely thought I heard Pete, Postman 06 then. I know Pete's voice really well, and he's in the Hawaiian Islands at the moment. Look at this guy. Wrecking Ball, you're the Wrecking Ball, Woodsman. You're incredible. We might have just heard Pete then, 06. Postman 06. Well, where the 007 is, he's in Australia by the sounds of it. He's definitely not in the US if he's doing 80 kilometres an hour. My goal has been trying to get a good listen to Pete while he's over there. Which I could hook that one up, but I'll stay on here at the moment. I tell you what, 007, you're doing all right too. 007, do you copy 229 in Australia? Doubt that very much on 4 watts of power. I can see why these guys run mega power and have a bit of a play on the AM mode. It is a bit of fun. Whoops. Unfortunately, we're just not set up at the moment to do anything close to that, and probably never will be. But boy, you know, you got to look at these guys and say they're pretty serious. I mean, some of these guys are running. Look at that, incredible. Some of these guys in the US are running. I've seen the stations 20, 30 kilowatt. Trying to remember, I thought one had as high as about 40 or 50 kilowatts. It's just the electrical supply to make those things happen. I visited Radio Australia in Shepparton and saw their 100 kilowatt outputs. And just to give you an idea, Rex that ran that station was telling me that they were at one time they were the second largest user of electricity in Victoria, Australia. Crazy, isn't it? So when you set up these big high power Super Bowl stations, yeah, you want to get your supply sorted. There's a few things to be considered. Just got to go back over the Super Bowl. Oh, who was that? Someone there. Just going back over the Super Bowl. But no, look, I've got to be honest. It's not the Super Bowl that's busy at the moment. Wow, strong from the US. Well, guys, I've had a little bit of fun here. My greatest hope was to hear Pete. Is that dust again? I gotta clean this thing. Terrible. Haven't been in this room for a few days, to be honest, doing much. I've been pretty crook. But Pete gets me inspired to come and have a bit of a look. Pete's a very good friend of mine, and I must admit, if anyone keeps me motivated, it's definitely Pete. And the fact he's over in the US having such a great time. I just spoke to a friend of his, Chris, in Hawaii, that lent him a car, would you believe it? And Pete was able to set up an antenna and the radio and everything in the car. And, you know, isn't that fantastic that the community just absolutely looks after each other the way they do? I reckon I've got to put a bit of armour on here, because let's have a look here. I reckon it's time to bring this. It's only vinyl on here, but it's time to bring it back to life. I've really, this is like new, this radio. It is so beautiful, but obviously it gets a bit covered in dust because I don't get into here enough. But you can see how a bit of armour was going to bring that up nicely. Paul, if you're watching this video, what's my mistake? What should I be using on that? Armour is probably the wrong one. So it's that vinyl sort of finish they use where it feels a bit raised. And a bit of a plug for Paul. There you go, New Zealand again. I don't know who this Woodsman guy is, but he is consistent, and I would have to think he's a major player, probably for Super Bowl as well. Unfortunately, I don't know a lot of the New Zealand guys. We might have bought the Yeticom Museum out of New Zealand, but I mean, David Donaldson's a great friend of mine, but I don't really know the locals there. So you guys in New Zealand watching the video, I know we've got a lot of subscribers from New Zealand, probably know, you know, firsthand who the Woodsman is, but we're hearing him beautifully. He's really strong. Yeah, he just does not drop. Look at this. Yeah, so he's just said he's pointing towards stateside, so we know he's running something directional, which I would have said that every day of the week. Be interesting to know what he's running, because whatever it is, he's getting acknowledgements in the USA, no question. I've heard several stations call him that even he hasn't heard, I think, just with the immense number of stations that are calling in. It does get hard. It's almost like a game on 27 megs, isn't it? Like the Channel 11 thing at the moment. I mean, the smart thing to do would be to go Channel 12 and talk to the guy, or 13, where it's totally clear. But no one does it. They all have a conversation on the one channel. Only the fittest will survive on Channel 11. Bit of hair. Yeah. Everyone wants to get their name called. He's got a point, hasn't he, that guy? You know, I could be using and showing you this on so many radios, but and this is just so you know, the SPE Console 6s had a really good receiver on them, but that wouldn't matter today. You could be running a PC 122, and this sort of receiver is just going to happen because it's all high level. I just keep, every time I hear someone from Hawaii, I think, hang on, have you got Pete with you? All right. I could sit here playing around with this for a long time, but I better get on with some things here. But it's been nice just to have a bit of a quick look at what's happening on Channel 11. Let's just slide back to that. See, there you go. No, it is definitely, all the activity is on 11. And if we go 35, and of course these, you go sideband. And someone's playing music. You know what, that makes Channel 11 look pretty smart, doesn't it, compared to this? I never understand this. I mean, hams are not perfect either, don't get me wrong, but I hear this a lot. People playing music on call frequency, it just makes no sense. Some good US signals coming in here.
Queensland, a lot of time, Sydney. So I should be back here very soon, Thorsten.
Yeah, we're sort of just plodding along there, Shane. Not getting excited anymore. Cost me too much in heart pills there over.
Heart pills. Know all about that one.
Nothing to get excited on this man there, Alan, but...
Unbelievable. This used to happen in the 1970s and 80s, but I would have thought, doesn't matter what I think. Quite a bit of sideband activity happening at the moment.
Very hard for my hearing to pick up. If it's in a mobile installation, I've got no chance of hearing. I've got to have some sort of...
Anybody still use 16 will be the big question. Anybody still use channel 16 lower sideband as a call channel, or has everybody migrated up to listen to music on channel 35? This is JDW229 Northeast Victoria testing channel 16. And that's the answer to the question. Absolutely nobody. Doesn't mean nobody uses it, just means that nobody's hearing my 12 watts. Bit of data in there. Okay. There we go, back to AM. See, someone calling Woodsman again. Well, Woodsman, I don't think I know you, but compliments to you. When that many stations from the US are calling you, you are doing something incredibly right, sir. And who knows, you could be running the same 12 watts I am, just with fantastic antenna gain. And, you know, we always assume power, but I don't know. I've seen some pretty big arrays. There's that chap down in Tasmania with his 10 or 12 element quad. You know, that obviously has got to have a lot of forward gain. Lovely front to back on something like that. Look at this. They're definitely characters on Channel 11, aren't they? You know what though? I'd rather listen to this, and it's a bit of a display of culture in the US versus listening to Channel. Oh, here we go. That was the Woodsman again. Channel 35 and listening to music, or listening to Channel 11 and the Woodsman at, you know, clearly 10 over 9. I think I'll listen to Woodsman every day. He's really getting some really good feedback from the guys over in the US. I've been listening here for nearly 20 minutes, and or a little longer without the video, but and I've heard no other station called as much as the Woodsman. So whatever he's doing, because Pete was telling me there's some huge competition, like in Hawaii at the moment. He's being smashed with 30 dB signals all the time from the mainland. So when you consider the Woodsman's being called by guys in the mainland, that means he's doing all right. He's doing good. Amazing. And once again, all this off a Station Master, up about 75 feet. So I'm not on any of the big beams at the moment or anything like that. All just receiving off the vertical. Anyway, all right. I said I was going to go 4 minutes ago, but I just got coerced to stay a little longer with that Woodsman coming up at 10 over 9 constantly. All right, guys, 73s. All the best. Cheers.